Ladies and gentlemen, today it's the fight you've all been waiting for. In the green corner, the challenger. This pint-sized little toady has served a vast empire for who knows how long, but he's decided to break free all in the name of love and decided to challenge said empire. Presenting Snively, Needle Nose Robotnik. And in the red corner, the grand champion, this man with the plan who rules said empire with an iron fist and demands complete and utter loyalty from his lackeys, but expects them to play the game as well. Your champion, Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik. Oh, these two are at it for blood, folks. It is the game. It is the big fight that you've been waiting for. Eggman versus Snively. Folks, let's get ready to rumble!
Fight!
Yeah, folks, this is it. Eggman versus Snively, the moment you've all been waiting for. And the issue pretty much begins with Eggman not being impressed with this whole thing. And Snively's like threatening to actually kill Eggman and take over the Empire with Regina at his side. And then, of course, Orbot's being a pessimist and believing that this might actually happen. So Eggman retorts by, "Here, get my own robot!" And then Orbot and Cubot leave to summon a robot for Eggman. And then, of course, Eggman stalls him by pretty much saying, "Is this your master plan? It's kind of lame. Now get off that thing before you get hurt." And Snively's like, "I disrupted your Dark Egg Legion. I was the one who pretty much destroying all the infrastructure of your empire. And everything's all according to my plan." And Eggman responds by like, "I got the Dark Egg Legion back under my control within an hour, and I chased you all over the world." And then Regina's like, "Don't listen to her, sweetie. You're doing it all for me. Serve your queen well." And then Eggman's like, "Oh, please. You two are in love? Besides, Snively pretty much says he's not in love with you." And of course, Snively's like, "I lied to you, you idiot. You cannot comprehend love." Then, of course, this makes Eggman all mad, and he summons Khan! And, of course, the mind control Khan is pretty much what Eggman considers Plan A. So, send a monkey at him. And then, in the meantime, Orbot and Cubot, who, by the way, still has his pirate voice, are trying to select the best mech that Eggman can use. And among the choices are the Egg Phoenix, the Egg Tortoise, and what it looks like the Egg Beater? Anyway, yeah, they're trying to decide which one's the best because Orbot thinks Eggman has to have a certain flair. So, yeah. Anyway, even though she does not have her power staff, Regina immediately takes control of Khan, which pretty much turns him into Iron Khan once again. Yeah, last seen in issue 204 of Sonic the Hedgehog. Anyway, here is Eggman's plan B. Send a mechanized chipmunk at said monkey. Oh, I love Eggman. So the Iron Khan and Mecha Sally proceed to fight, with Eggman telling Mecha Sally, "Don't damage him too much, he's still mine." But then, of course, Snively inside the Iron Oni, the big giant mech, pretty much starts to chase Eggman, and Eggman starts running. "Oh, Egg-Swats, get here quick! Defend your master!" And of course, the Egg-Swats do so, but unfortunately, they are no match for the big old armor. And of course, Regina's like, "How'd you find this armor so fast?" And Snively replies, "Oh, I was looking through the Iron King's inventory and all that stuff, and that sort of thing." Yeah, right, folks. Eggman pretty much says, "Orbot, Cubot, where is my robot?" And Orbot's like, I thought you wanted a certain thing. And Eggman's like, look what I'm up against. Send the obvious. And then from the egg stash flyer comes a huge capsule, and inside this capsule is a certain robot. And when Eggman gets inside this robot, he pretty much tells Snively and Regina to
get a load of this.
Yes, this is the robot Eggman is using. Now, according to Ian Flynn, the writer, on his message board, this is actually called the Egg Beater 2, but it actually looks like a giant egg swat that has a mustache. And this robot, according to Eggman, is made up of ceramics, plastics, and it runs on precision-aligned tension cords. To be more specific, rubber bands. And what that means is that Regina cannot use her hokey-pokey techno magic on it and kill Eggman from inside. So Eggman plans ahead. And because of this, it turns into a good old-fashioned rock'em sock'em robot fight. And Orbot and Cubot are watching the fight on the sides and actually taking bets, pretty much saying how much damage it'll take and all that stuff. So yeah. And of course, at a certain point during the fight, Eggman manages to use his mech to put the Iron Oni in a certain lock, which pretty much prevents Snively from escaping his armor, but Eggman can get out at no problem. And then he immediately orders Orbot and Cubot to pretty much initiate Plan D, which is to bring him a tool to actually tinker with the Iron Oni. Oh, and if you want to know what Plan C was, the Egg Beater 2 was Plan C. Anyway, Eggman starts tinkering around with things. Oh, and Eggman may order Orbot and Cubot far away so that the Iron Queen will not tamper with them. And of course, speaking of the Queenie, she tries to summon back Iron Khan to help her, but he's still engaged with Mecha Sally. So, after Eggman decides to tinker with it to build up some pressure, Eggman, he begins initiating Plan E, which is to slap the robot on the head, and then afterwards, it falls to pieces. And in the ensuing damage, Regina and Snively gets knocked out. And then, of course, with Regina knocked out, Iron Khan goes back to good old regular Ken Khan. And, of course, he still has feelings over Sally. He's like, no! But Mecha Sally powered down to save energy. So Eggman comes and retrieves Mecha Sally, and he decides to actually leave Ken with all the villagers trapped in the egg capsules and leave a village to burn. And pretty much Khan's like, I swear I will have my revenge against you. And Eggman's like, whatever. Regina wakes up in the United Federation Dark Egg Legion chapter, and Eggman is there along with Hugo Brass, and Eggman is like, he's pretty much, Eggman's decided on a new strategy, and here comes Snively, all happy and excited. He's like, oh, Regina, sweetie! And that's pretty much the punishment for, according to Eggman. He's going to set Regina and Snively together, and yeah. Also, Eggman is letting them have the United Federation chapter of the Dark Egg Legion, which pretty much includes Hugo Brass, all the tech stuff, and the Egg Paladins. And of course, he expects her to play the game well. And then, of course, he demotes Hugo Brass on his way out. And Hugo Brass says, yes, sir! Like a mindless automaton he is. And pretty much Eggman heads back to take care of a certain hedgehog. Now, as soon as Eggman leaves, Regina's like all happy. He's like, yay! I have all sorts of technology to play with. I can restore my cult. Hooray! And I have all army of cyborg men at my disposal. And then she was like, ha ha ha, the doctor just gave me the keys to his own demise. And as you can see here, when she did her techno thing, if you notice the techno-magic symbols appearing not only in her hands and Hugo Brass's head, it also surrounds Snively's head. Now that's an odd thing, because that symbol only appears if something is mechanical, so that could only mean that either Snively has been lobotomized and replaced with a mechanical brain courtesy of Eggman, or that's not really Snively. And it turns out to be option 2. Turns out Eggman pretty much planted a Robo Snively, yet the same ones that Snively himself used in the beginning of this arc, to pretty much fool Regina. And the real Snively is trapped in an egg capsule somewhere. And Eggman is right there gloating on how he pretty much is like, the legions of the chapters are pretty much more of a grip over my control. I know all about hope in the United Federation. Oh, and Regina is playing with a robo duplicate of you. And he's like gloating, you still brought your end game, but I win. And then there's Snively inside the capsule, all huddled and broken and defeated. And then pretty much has Eggman saying, game over, Snively. Thanks for playing. And that's it, folks. That's the Eggman arc. I am shocked at this ending because, wow. I did not see this coming. I mean, well, first of all, the lovey-dovey stuff at the end in the United Federation. I mean, at first, I thought Snively was going to be happy that he finally got some power and is finally free to be with the love of his life. But, no. Nice switcheroo. I have to applaud it. Nice switcheroo with the whole robot. No. And sorry, Snively fans, if he's going to be out of commission for a while, but still, I'm still amazed of this ending. I think it's one of the best endings of this Sonic Universe arc, because you know how some Sonic Universe arcs have a pretty lousy payoff. Well, this one pretty much has a good payoff. Now, what do I rate this issue? I'm going to be biased. I'm going to give it a 10. I mean, just for that ending alone, that's worth it. That's worth at least a 10. And the entire arc, I'm going to go ahead and say a 10 as well, because this shows how competent Eggman can be without Sonic. This shows that how much of a dangerous man he is, and it pretty much says if you screw with Eggman, he will screw you back 10 times hard. And Snively found out the hard way. So, at the moment, he's pretty much destined to remain inside this egg capsule for the foreseeable future. He might get out at some point. He might not. Who knows? And that also leaves Orbot and Cubot to be Eggman's lackeys for the foreseeable future, as we kind of already seen in issue 236 of Sonic the Hedgehog. If you watch my review, you'll kind of see why. I mean, thankfully that didn't reveal this shocking twist, and so yeah. Now, of course, people will be like, oh no, they're getting rid of the Saturday AM cast in favor of the Sega ones. It's like, me personally, I kind of like a little shake-up. I mean, I don't want to take sides or anything, but if the comic continues to run like the same old formula over and over again, the exact same way, it gets stale after a while. I mean, a little shake-up is good every now and then. I mean, the whole status quo thing's being shaken up lately. I mean, I like it. It's a nice, refreshing change of pace and all that. And, yeah. The Egg Eater 2, well, I was more expecting more of the Death Egg robot, personally. It would have been much cooler, but hey, live and learn sometimes. Well, folks, thank you for watching my review of this issue. Long live the Eggman Empire. I mean, you know Eggman, you knew Eggman was going to win, folks. You knew that Eggman was going to win, because, again, 236, he appears, Orbot and Cubot with him, along with Mecha Sally, so that kind of ruined the suspense, but still, it's a great issue. So, folks, I'll be back. I'll pretty much head off to serve the Eggman Empire, and thanks for watching.